Okay, so today we are going to do Blur and Beetlebum. This will be a review because I have heard the song, but like other Blur songs that I've done, I thought I did the song. I gotta say, I thought I did this song, and I just feel like my playlist is naked without this song for Blur and Britpop. So anyway, we're gonna get into this today. Talk about it after. It's one of my favorite Blur songs. I love Graham Coxon in this one, and obviously Damon's, I guess you could say, sexy voice. So let's get into it and talk about it after. I just love this. Because we hyped up. And then Damon comes in.
What you done?
That small voice.
She's a girl.
Fragile.
Now what you done?
Here we go.
Beetlebum, get nothing done. You Beetlebum, just get numb. Now what you done? Beetlebum. And when she lets me slip away, she tells me all my father's gone. Nothing is right. I just slip away. I am gone. Nothing is wrong. She tells me
So that's
I just slip away. I am gone.
Now we bring it back.
Beetlebum,
Synthesizers.
because you're young. She's a gun. And what you done? Beetlebum, she suck you fun. She'll make you come.
Oh yeah.
She's your gun. Now what you done? Beetlebum. And when she lets me slip away,
Okay, so Blur, Beetlebum. I like how they have little tape, whatever machine that they shut off at the end, kind of signaling the end of the song. But anyway, um, I just love the song so much. With Graham Cox, and like I said on electric guitar, as it says in the personnel, um, just how he starts the song. One of the best guitar intros, I want to say, at least in, I guess you could say, Britpop. Um, I don't know what it is. So tasteful, so good, just so catchy. I mean, I don't know how he came up with it. I just love it a lot. Um, and I would say, I mean, I should say that Damon's vocals, like I said, so sexy, so sleek, so little, so soft, so delicate. I mean, how many more words can I say here? Um, I mean, his vocals are usually, he has a deep voice as it is, and here, I mean, he really uses his falsetto, and I just love it when he says, she's on, she's on, she's on it, and just how high he gets up there. Just, I mean, how high, about as high as he used to get. And obviously, the song I've heard is about drugs, heroin, I think is the specific one, but I gotta say, this song had to be just looking. I mean, just looking at their discography here. They had the whole thing with Oasis. I mean, when you talk about Blur, you talk about Oasis basically, and kind of vice versa. But in 1995, it was the Battle of Britpop. I think it was Roll With It versus Country House, and Country House made it to number one. Roll With It went to number two, but then Oasis came out with What's the Story, Morning Glory, and kind of uh, as it says here on Wikipedia, I mean, it said that Damon felt confused. He felt like, he felt like nothing because of, when a band, I mean, when you're going like that and it's like you had success, but then Oasis comes out with that album and you got to like Don't Look Back in Anger, Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova, all these songs, and it's just like you might feel like crap because you're just like, oh my god, I can't, it's like I can't compete with that. That's basically what I get from the quotes here from Damon. And when they came out with this self-titled album in 1997. And this was the first single. I mean, I feel like it was a big single, and it did make it to number one. It was their second and last UK number one. Country House being the first one, like I said. But this song, it has to be my favorite Blur song. It's heartbreaking almost because I mean, it's such a, pardon me, it's such a nice song and sounding, it's so catchy and everything, but it really is about drugs and stuff like that. I mean, it's not very nice. Like I said, I could just give the background here. I guess I can say about the song. Beetlebum was inspired by heroin and the drug experiences Damon Albarn had with his then girlfriend Justine Frischman of Elastica, which I did listen to one Elastica song. And actually, I was out at a record store or whatever, and they had Elastica's album there with I think the first album, and it was $2, and I bought it because I thought, well, might as well. So yeah, I will react to more Elastica, but yeah, I really liked what I heard from Justine. But anyway, Albarn reflected that that whole period of a lot of people's lives was fairly muddled by heroin for a lot of people, and it's sort of it's in that place, and a lot of stuff was done in that time. He then stated in an interview with MTV that the song describes a complicated emotion, sort of sleepy and sort of sexy. So, yeah, I mean, I guess he got the sexiness across, and as well the sleepiness, I would say as well, because, his words, it's almost like I'm floating on a cloud. Like, yeah, like you feel, it's almost like ASMR like. It's like his vocals are just so nice and tender. Not the song they had, but just so tender there. And but yeah, the song, I can't say enough. I hope it's showing that I love the song a lot, and that it just does things to me. But anyway, it goes on that Rolling Stone has said that the song's title is a reference to the phrase "chasing the Beetle," further linking the song to Albarn's experimentation with drugs. Albarn commented, "I'm not sure what a Beetlebum is. It's just the word that I sang when I played the song to myself. I asked the others if I should change it, but they said no, it felt right. We decided that we wouldn't tidy it up, and we've done it in the past. It's about drugs, basically." It also says Alex James, bassist, has explained that I think Beetlebum is representative of the fact that the band got older, the songs got more simple, Now we can play them with a lot more feeling. So yeah, it's just, I mean, also Alex James, I gotta say about him, you know, how he went on to be so successful with cheese. So I mean, I gotta shout out to Alex James with the cheese farms. But anyway, yeah. So obviously drugs, big part in this. But also I want to say about the whole Beetlebum thing. There was a, you know, like I said, the whole Oasis rivalry. And I have heard that the media more made it a rivalry than it actually was. I can't talk, but yeah, I mean apparently the guys weren't really, they didn't really hate each other, but whatever. I think Noel Gallagher said that once they moved their single to be out around the same time as Oasis, that then he thought of it as, oh, it's a rivalry, and then he wanted to win. But anyway, um, yeah, and Beetlebum, I have heard that it was kind of a slant at Liam Gallagher because he loves the Beatles so much, and I mean Oasis, I mean they got a lot, they got a lot of you know, what they did from the Beatles. I mean, yeah, it's just, I mean, they love the Beatles so much. And yeah, so I did hear that before, but I mean, again, it could be just be, you know, just out there, just, you know, for the media or for people just say, oh, is this about Liam Gallagher? Because, you know, but anyway, like I said, 1997 was a big year for Blur. And also, I have to say, there's parts in here where I can see where Damon was going with what would become Gorillaz with the synthesizers and keyboards. I could hear some sounds in there. You know, kind of when I think of Gorillaz, you know, it's a virtual band. Obviously, it's the most successful virtual band of all time, according to Guinness World Records or whatever. But yeah, and I don't know how many virtual bands are out there, but anyway, you can hear sounds in here. And again, I mean, you can hear throughout other songs that I've heard, but just it stuck out to me here of like how Damon co-created Gorillaz 1 year later after this in 1998, and I could just hear how he was experimenting and a little bit of, you know, psychedelic feeling in there as well. It's just images were coming at me like make me think of, you know, a song like Clint Eastwood or, you know, other popular songs by the band. And yeah, 192000, all that kind of thing. I just got pictures of Gorillaz in my head, the band. Anyway, and again, like I said, I don't know if I said it or not, but you know, after the whole Oasis thing happened, and Damon kind of felt down because he felt like he let the band down. Whatever, he felt bad because, you know, Oasis came out with "What's the Story, More and Glory," and it's just like, how can you top that album with all those hits on it? And I mean, I think "What's the Story, More and Glory" has sold more copies worldwide than Blur's discography all put together, which sounds nuts, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Actually, I should check that. Hold on. So yeah, I just wanted to check, and I don't want to sound like, you know, I don't, you know, a dick or whatever here. But yeah, I'm just trying to paint the picture of how Blur, you know, I see apparently they sold around 15 million copies worldwide, records worldwide, whatever. While What's the Story, More and Glory has sold over 22 million copies worldwide. And the band has sold over 75 million copies altogether worldwide. So yeah, it's just like I'm trying to say. Yeah, I mean, you can be down on yourself, and I'm sure, you know, the band, you know, not living up to the same hype as Oasis at that time probably didn't do wonders for Damon's drug addiction. But yeah, it's just a beautiful song came out of it, is what I have to say. One of my favorite all-time songs. And I will say that, I mean, Blur's 97 album, I think, is better than Oasis's 97 album. A lot of good tracks on that album, but I mean, Beetlebum just alone is just so good. But anyway, you can tell me what you think down below in the comments. And thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Really appreciate all the support. Thank you for listening to my rambling. Really appreciate all of that. And just letting me get lost in Beetlebum again. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys again soon. And yeah, have a good one wherever you are. Thank you very much.